Okay. What up, what up?
What up?
Yes, yes. How you doing, boss?
Easy, man.
Uko fiti?
Your man
Yo, what's up? You good?
who is chilling.
It's easy, man.
It's easy.
Yeah. I am here with my good man,
Yeah, man.
Mr. George Kagwe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm on Papa Bear.
There you go, man. Yeah.
Yeah, fella.
Welcome. Another edition of Papa Bear, where we talk about exceptional fatherhood. And through these conversations, hopefully we can share some of our experiences and get people to understand what it means to be a really good dad. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see that guy at the back there.
Video bomber.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So my good man here is gracious enough to appear on the show today.
For sure, man. Anytime.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, bana.
Thanks for coming on.
Anytime, Ongera.
Yeah.
These things lazima tufanye bana.
Yeah.
Positive content.
telling
Let's put more positive content on the platforms.
I'm telling you. You are a veteran, man.
Yeah,
this
man.
content thing, you've been doing this thing for years, man.
Yeah, bala. It's a mission God has given us for now.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about the content business,
Yeah.
how much negative content is going on the platforms.
Yeah.
And this goes out to everyone who comes onto social media and parents who try to stop their kids to go on social media.
Yeah.
I usually tell them you're the solution because you're stopping them because you believe there is bad content.
Yeah.
So how do you outwit the bad? It's by doing more good.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That
Papa
is true.
Bear is doing
Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate it.
encouragement.
Yeah. And talking about that, I mean, we grew up at an age where all this stuff was new. I mean, even now, this idea of social media and all that, I think we've barely scratched the surface of it. I think there's so much that we can do with these platforms. But what is it going to look like for our toys? Imagine our toys are growing up like this. Yeah. Imagine what it will be like for them in like 10, 15 years. You know, some of the things that we are trying to do now, our kids have grown up doing them. You know, so what does it mean for a dad growing up today, or rather raising children today, to have kids who are so informed and so knowledgeable and have so much stuff at their fingertips?
Yeah, man. I love having this conversation. Now, first of all, we have to understand that this thing, it's all, when it comes to digital, it's all about parenting. And why I like saying that is because it's everything to do with life. So if you want to be able to teach your kid how to ride a bicycle, you have to know how to ride a bicycle yourself. If you want to teach your kid how to cook, you have to know how to cook that meal yourself.
Yeah.
So if you want to teach your kid about the digital world, or maybe enhance their skill set and their thoughts about the digital world, you as a dad or as a parent, you have to be the person who learns about the platform.
Yeah.
So this is what I like telling parents. You need to learn about the platform. You need to educate yourself. You need to get to the point where you know, even if not everything, but majority of the things on the digital platform, so that then you know the good, the bad, the ugly, for you to be able to now empower your kids to know that, hey, if this is your talent, you can be able to do this kind of content probably for this platform. Or if you'd like to be in robotics, this is what is working right now. If you want to be the next person to go to space, blah, you name it. So for me, I like starting from that point of view of, it's all about parenting. And parenting is always inform yourself first before now you can relay that message to your kids. And so I found myself more and more researching because of my daughter. She's more creative. She likes the creative things. So it's researching and trying. We've opened up a channel for her.
Really?
Yeah. It's called Kenyan Tube Kids.
Kenyan Tube Kids.
Yeah.
Okay, check that out. Kenyan Tube Kids.
Yeah. So it's where we're trying to help her because she likes drawing a lot. She likes doing a lot of creative things with her hands. So we want her to come up with ideas and tell us, okay, Papa or Mom, I want to do this kind of a video. By the time now, maybe she's like 6, 7 years old. So for now, we just guide her and tell her we can do this kind of content because she's doing phonics, she's doing motor skills, all these things. So we try and do that kind of content. And so for me, even as a dad with a Christian background, and I'm a Christian as well, our family is Christian, it's more of right now. If you think about it, Mongera, how many guys are doing negative content right now? How many guys are making porn right now?
Many.
So many. So you'll spend your whole life trying to stop your kid going onto the internet because of something called porn. Whereas you don't outwit the bad by shutting it off that and pretending it's not there.
Head in the sand.
Exactly. So, but you outwit it by doing more good. So the more people make good content, the more we outwit the bad content. You know, and
so are you worried about having your kids online, like showing them, and you call it what? The channel is called what?
It's Kenyan Tube Kids.
Kenyan Tube Kids.
Yeah.
Are you worried about the exposure? Is that a concern for you?
No, I'm not, because and of course it goes with I know many guys will be like, oh no, there are bullies, there are pedophiles, there are all these perverts out there, and
trolls and all that.
But they're out here in the world as well. When your kid gets onto the bus, when your kid goes to school, when you go to the mall, when you go to when you travel to Costo, when you go for vacation, even in church, when you leave them in baby class, like your kid is protected by God. Your kid, you're a custodian, you're a guardian to that kid. So that's why I say it's life, it's parenting. So how do you teach your kid how to deal with bullies in school, for example? So it's the same thing online. So how do you teach your kids that this is a phishing attack? This is a person who's trying to be a pedophile. Don't talk to strangers. Don't chat with a stranger who is trying to get this kind of information from you.
When you hear this kind of question,
exactly,
this is what you're looking at.
To show me your body part. Do this, do that. Those are things you teach kids already in life. Don't talk to strangers. Don't get a sweet from someone. Don't enter someone's car. Don't do this.
Nobody touches this part of your body.
Exactly. So as a parent, if you don't know how to deal with cyberbullying, how will you teach your kids?
You can't teach your kids. That is so powerful. That's profound.
How will you teach your kids about cyberbullying? And so for me, I'm not afraid of putting my kid out there, because I'm like, already the internet space is getting more and more into data security, data privacy, user privacy, and all this. So people are coming up with laws that will be able to govern these spaces. But at the same time, I want to learn, and that's why I'm also a practitioner. I want to learn on the platforms so that then I can teach my kids. Because guys, like, we are barely scratching the surface. If you look at 10 years ago, these mobile devices that we have right now, 10 years ago, they didn't have two cameras at the back. They didn't, like, the mobile device you had it's very ancient right now. In another 10 years, this will be ancient.
This will be very basic.
We'll get into augmented reality, virtual reality, Mongera, where your daughter, to learn Chinese, will wear VR goggles and will be in a class in China together with other global kids, and they'll be learning Chinese virtually. And so we'll get into a space probably where contact lenses will be made and you wear them, and all of a sudden you're in an augmented space. And you're doing so much. Like if you look at where this technology is going, what was yesterday is already ancient today. That's how quick it is. It's so quick, it's so fast. So the thing is, do you want to remain a consumer, or do you want to be also a contributor?
And the same creator.
The same thing with your kids. Do you want your kids to remain consumers, or do you want your kids to be creators and contributors into the platform? And so that means you allow them access to such devices. It may not be theirs, but you buy one maybe for all your kids. They share time after homework, during that, because these devices will not be like this in future. They'll be cheaper. That one I can assure you. They'll be cheaper. They'll be smaller. They'll be more powerful.
They'll be able to do a lot more.
Like, do you know how crazy it is? I had someone saying this once, that this device is more powerful than the computer that existed during Ronald Reagan's time.
Even Kitambo, by the way. I remember buying a laptop some time back, maybe 10 or so years ago, and the hard drive was 40 GB.
40 GB. Those days 40 GB was a lot.
I was balling, banana. Hey, top of the state of the art.
Imagine. And that's not Kitambo. That's how long? 15 years ago? 15 years.
Now my phone has like double that.
Imagine. So tell me in 10-15 years where things will be.
I went for a meeting the other day with there's a guy I meet every now and then, and so I've gone there with my tablet, with my notebook, The guy's shown up the way he is. This Amzai is like in his 60s. So I'm like, hey, so where's your notes? Aren't we having this meeting? A guy pulled out his phone. We had that meeting on the phone. This guy is in his 60s, and he was using his phone for his notes, WhatsApp, you're sending me stuff, all that on his phone.
Everything. This thing makes you, we like saying it makes you a media house. Even me now, today, like I have a DSLR camera, but I don't use it anymore. I use my phone to make content. Because your phone takes content, you can edit it on the phone, you can distribute it through apps, social media apps on the phone. You can interact with people on the phone. So this thing makes you a media house. You an NTV, just you having this an NTV with all those
the $200,000 cameras and stuff.
Same.
Ah, man. I like what you're saying, that as fathers, as parents, we, you know, as ideally we're shielding our kids from, you know, some of these things, but the truth is we see online as a different field from what happens in offline. But the truth is it's really the same. The dynamics are really the same. And our role as fathers is to understand that space so that we can train our kids in that way, as opposed to that's a bad place, don't go there.
Exactly. That's what we need to do. You need to educate yourself. Like, I mean, the same way you educate yourself when you buy a new car, when you buy a new gadget. This is the same thing. It's daily diving into this space, getting to know what works, what doesn't work, getting to know what is negative. How do you protect your kids from these negative things? Like Google have come up with a whole thing, it's called Family Link, where your kids can have different accounts, but it's you who controls what they access from that, you know. So we can't live in a day and age like our folks where when a soap opera comes, Dallas enda kwa kitanda bila big already 9 p.m. hit, pop, you're in bed, man.
Quickly.
And you're wondering, man, boss, it's holiday, man.
And it's not like people don't know these things. You're seeing them elsewhere.
Exactly. Like, we can't live in that day and age. We need to live in a day and age where we're informed so that we can inform our kids. And I would encourage every dad to do that, man. Like, you'll save your kids so much. Your kids are growing up as global citizens, just like we were talking. They're not Kenyan citizens anymore. Or Ugandan, if you're watching this, wherever you are. Like, they are global citizens. And for them being global citizens, then you have to empower them and get them to that space where they realize they're global citizens and they're doing global stuff.
True. That is true. Wow, that's the future, man. That's the future. Thanks, man. I appreciate your time. We don't have too much time. Plug, man. Tell us what are you up to? What can people look forward to where you're concerned? I know you have your a lot of content that you're generating.
Yeah, man. I'm doing so I've been doing, of course, this whole skits and stuff, sketches, what people call vines. I had young guys call them vines, young kiddos. So So I've been doing lots of this one for MPesa Lady Scholar, African Parent. I started a new one for teachers. So just showing people, and mine is basically, my kind of content just tries to show what happens in society so that now guys can think and be like, oh, that's what happens. Is there a way we can change, and people to have that conversation? Whether it's in your care group, whatever, in your church group, whatever it is, for people just to start having those conversations. And so we'll be doing much more of that. Just search for me, George Kagwe, on all platforms. You'll see that kind of content. Professional side, we're doing a lot of conversational commerce. So conversational commerce, basically, because of we're not very app-centric here in this part of the globe.
We're not very what now?
App-centric. So apps. We don't use apps. Like you download apps to buy, for example, online stuff, but you find yourself going to that platform maybe twice in a year. And it's because we're very conversational. So what is happening is WhatsApp, for example, opened up their API sometime last year but one. And so you are able to build lots of stuff around that. So that's what we want to do. It's still part of digital. It's a space that I've been talking about for a long time, where Asgays had made it informal e-commerce for a time, but we'll talk about it some other time.
Okay, cool. So good stuff. Stuff. You have to do that laugh, man.
Mambo.
Angalia hiki.
Angalia hiki.
You guys, man. Thanks, man.
No,
I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Guys, if you have any thoughts, any feedback on this video, please like, please subscribe, please comment at the bottom of the video. Let's hear what you think. Tell us what you're doing about data security and all that for your kids. What do you think about that? And how can you be a better dad and protect your children? What are you learning, and how can you teach that to your kids?
Exactly.
And as usual, share. Please go to George's platform and search him everywhere, George Kagwe. Like, and let's have this conversation going. Thanks for your time, and we look forward to another episode of Papa Bear.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Great stuff.
Thanks. Wow. Yeah.